Hi everyone, welcome to RK International School. Subject Mathematics by Lakshmi. So today I'm going to start with exercise 1.2 of the chapter Number System. So let's start with the exercise. The first problem is state whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answers. And the first one is every irrational number is a real number. So we know that since the collection of real numbers is made up of rational as well as irrational numbers, I have already told that the real numbers will be in the form of p by q as well as the root values, isn't it? So the given statement is what I can say, so which will be having the both values, it is a true statement. The given statement is true. Now come to the next one. Every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. Okay, so since we know that as negative numbers cannot be expressed as the square root of any other numbers, we know that the negative numbers cannot be expressed in the form of any other numbers. I can say the given statement is what? False. So here we cannot express any negative numbers as a square root of numbers. So the given statement is false. So the next one, every real number is an irrational number. As real numbers include both rational as well as irrational number, every real number cannot be an irrational number, isn't it? Which is having the both rational as well as irrational number. So I can say every real number cannot be an irrational number, isn't it? So the given statement is what? Again it is false statement. The given statement is false. So now come to the next question, that is, are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is rational. So we know that square root of all positive integers are not irrational, isn't it? Since they have mentioned that all positive integers, whether the all positive integers are irrational, I can say that no, square root of all positive integers are not irrational. Clearly I can say that since we are taking positive integers, we cannot say that all the positive integers are not, that is, are irrational. So therefore the answer is no, square root of all positive integers are not irrational. I'll just take an example also here. I'll just explain with the examples also. Suppose if I am taking an example, that is, suppose if start with root 4, that is 4 under the square root, 9 under the square root, as well as root of 36, root of 49. So how can you express root 4 here? I can take root 4 as square root of 2 into 2, isn't it? 2 is repeating how many times? 2 times here. Square root of 2 square will becomes 2. In the same how we can write it as 2 by 1, that is numerator by denominator. In the same how root 9 can be taken as square root of 3 into 3, that is 3 we will get. In the same how root of 36 we can be written as root of 6 into 6, that is 6 we will get. Root of 49 can be taken as root of 7 into 7, that is 7 I will get. So if you observe all the positive integers which are not irrational, isn't it? So we are exactly getting the numbers will be in the form of p by q. All the rational numbers we are getting. Suppose if I am taking a prime numbers, I can say it can be irrational, that is root of 2, root of 3, root 5, root 7. These are all the prime numbers which can give us what? Irrational numbers, isn't it? But if you are going to take a positive integers, it can be that is rational. Now come to the next question. Root 5 can be represented on the number line. Here we have to represent the square values on the number line. So I have drawn the number line, and if you observe, I have taken the right angle triangle here. Are you getting my point? So by Pythagoras theorem we know that is, so for finding the side of the hypotenuse by using a Pythagoras theorem we were having the formula. So just we'll take a right angle triangle here. The side opposite to the angle is what? Hypotenuse, and this side, this side is said to be what? Base, and the side which is perpendicular to the angle is said to be perpendicular side, isn't it? So we have got the three sides, that is hypotenuse, base as well as perpendicular for the right angle triangle. So here we have to represent the value root 5 on the number line. So how can I find the hypotenuse side here? That is square root of p square plus b square will give the hypotenuse side. So what I'll do, I'll take the base of 2 centimeter, that is 1 unit is equals to 1 centimeter. Always keep in mind that always 1 unit should be 1 centimeter. Here I'll take the base 2 centimeter and perpendicular 1 centimeter. So after substituting these values in this formula, we'll get the value root 5. We'll just check it out. So that is, here I'm taking the perpendicular which is equals to 1 centimeter and the base which is equals to 2. Okay. So if we substitute the values here, we'll get the root 5. We'll just check that one. That is h is equals to square root of 1 square, isn't it? I'm taking p is equals to how much? 1, and b is equals to 2. These values here we have to substitute. 1 square plus 2 square, which is equals to, h is equals to root of 1 square is 1 plus 2 square is 4. So what we will get? Root 5. Now we have found the value root 5, but here we have to represent root 5 on the number line. Okay. The same how? First thing is we have to draw, isn't it? Hypotenuse we got root 5. The first thing is we have to draw the number line. So here each unit is equals to how much? 1 centimeter. So I'll just start with some point here. So each unit which is having 1 centimeter, I'll take this point as O, that is 0, here minus 1, and this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since I have taken the base, how much? 2 centimeter. So the base should be how much? 2 centimeter. I have to draw the line from the point O to that is 2 centimeter. The base is 2 centimeter. So just make that a point. The base I have drawn 2 centimeter, and the perpendicular should be 1 centimeter. Exactly from that point you have to draw the perpendicular line which is of having 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 centimeter. So we drawn the base 2 centimeter and the perpendicular 1 centimeter. Finally we have to join. So I'll just make the base OA and the perpendicular AB. Finally we have to join O to B, that is hypotenuse. So by using Pythagoras theorem we have already got the value root 5. So O will be what? Hypotenuse which is having root 5. Now the thing is we have to represent root 5 on the number line, isn't it? So for that you need complex. So by using instruments also we'll just discuss later. So now we have to take radius of how much? OB. One tip should be on the point O and one more tip should be on the point B. So OB of radius, that is root 5. The radius of root 5 we have to take, and from that point B we have to draw the arc so that R should meet number line. I can say there's the root 5 is locating. I'll just make it as the point D. So here OB is equals to what? OD, which is equals to root 5, which is of having the value root 5, isn't it? So now we'll just discuss by using the instruments also. So I request you all to take the instruments. anyways we got OB is equals to OD, which is equals to root 5. By using the instruments also we'll just discuss that one. So the things you have to take scale, protractor, compass as well as pencil. So I have taken a sketch pen. So these are all the instruments you need. Now just draw the number line. The first thing is we have to draw the number line, and each unit should be how much? 1 centimeter. Should be 1 centimeter. So I'll just start with here. I am taking that as the point O, 0. This side -1 and this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have already discussed just before, the base should be how much? Base is equals to 2 centimeter, isn't it? So I'll just take a base of 2 centimeter. And the perpendicular should be 1 centimeter. So exactly the perpendicular should be 1 centimeter. So by using a protractor we'll just make the point, perpendicular point, so that we have to take 1 centimeter exactly. 1 centimeter. We have to draw the line 1 centimeter. Finally we have to join those points, isn't it? So I'll just make it as a point OAB. AB is perpendicular and OA is base. You have to join O to B. So by using Pythagoras theorem, we got it as how much? Root 5. So OB is equals to how much? Root 5. That is OB is equals to root 5 we got. So here the thing is we have to represent the root 5 and number line. I'll take the radius of OB. So one tip on O and one more tip on B, isn't it? That is the radius, and I have to draw the arc so that it should meet number line. So how much we got? Root 5. That is, I'll just make it as a point D here, so that OB is equals to OD I can say, which is equals to root 5, which is of having root 5. So this is. Now come to the next question, that is, it is a classroom activity that should be done by you people. So anyways I am going to explain this. So construct the square root spiral. I have already constructed the square root spiral here. So till from starting root 1 we have to end with root 17. So what I'll do, anyways I am having root 1, which is nothing but 1 itself. So for getting root 2, what I have to take? I have to take the perpendicular, which is equals to 1 centimeter, and the same how base is equals to 1 centimeter. So square root of 1 plus 1 will give what? Root 2. So if I am taking base is equals to root 2 and the perpendicular should be 1, square root of root 2 whole square is 2 and plus 1 square is 1, that is 2 plus 1 is root 3. So it will be continuing like that. Again the base should be root 3 here and the perpendicular should be 1. So square root of root 3 whole square plus 1 square will give again root 4, isn't it? So in the same how the base is root 4 here and the perpendicular should be 1 centimeter, so which is giving root 5. So this is how we have to do the square root spiral. So if I am going to take for root 5 1 centimeter perpendicular, I will get root 6. For root 6 1 centimeter perpendicular, again I will get root 7. So it will be continuing like that. So we will just do this activity on the paper by using instruments. Okay, so till root 7 you have to do and you have to send to me in the group. Are you people getting? This is the assignment for you. So till root 7 you have to do square root spiral and you have to send to me. So now let's start with the instruments. The things you have to need is ruler, protractor, compass as well as pencil. So here I have told that the first thing we have to locate is what? Right, is we have to locate root 2. What I'll do, I'll take the base 1 centimeter and the perpendicular is what? 1 centimeter. For drawing the perpendicular, the first thing is you have to mark the perpendicular point by using a protractor, isn't it? So base is 1 centimeter and the perpendicular is 1 centimeter. So each is having 1 centimeter. OP, and the next point I'll make it as P1. P1. Finally we have to join OP1. How much I'll get? Root of 1 square plus 1 square will give root 2, isn't it? OP1 is root 2. We got OP1 which is equals to root 2. Now what I'll do, I'll take OP1 as a base and we have to draw the perpendicular of 1 centimeter. Perpendicular of 1 centimeter. Now root of root 2 whole square plus 1 square will give root 3. I'll just make it as the point P2. Finally we have to join OP2. So we'll get root 3. The value will be OP2. The value of OP2 is root 3. In the same how, now we have to take OP2 as a base and we have to draw the perpendicular at the point P2. So always keep in mind that by using protractor only you have to draw the perpendicular point and you have to draw the perpendicular line which is of having 1 centimeter. Okay. So you have to join P3, O2, P3. So that how much you will get? Root 4. Root 4. Now OP3 which is equals to root 4 as a base, again we have to draw the perpendicular of 1 centimeter. So that I will get OP4 which is equals to root 5. So I'll get OP4 which is equals to we have to join O2 P4 which is equals to how much I got? Root 5, isn't it? That is square root of root 4 whole square is 4 plus 1 square is 1. That is root 5. In the same how, base as root 5 and the perpendicular should be 1 centimeter. I'll just make it as the point P5 so that OP5 is which will be equals to root 6. So by using a Pythagoras theorem we are getting which is understood that we are using right angle triangle. So OP5 which is equals to root 6. In the same how, root 6 as a base and we have to draw perpendicular so that I'll get OP6 which is equals to root 7. So till this is how you have to do the spiral, that is square root spiral till root 17. Okay. So by taking the previous as the base, we have to take the perpendicular and we have to do the square root spiral till root 17. This is the classroom activity. I am just giving this as homework. You have to do and send to me in WhatsApp group. So this is how it will be continuing. you have to continue till you have to get root 17. Okay, so this is how. So the construction will be keeps on going. Anyways, we got P13 is root 12, so P14 root 13. So this is how we have to continue the construction. Okay, so this is a classroom activity, that is constructing a square root spiral. So in the next class we'll just discuss with the next exercise. So you have to do this problem till getting root 17 and you have to send to me in WhatsApp group. This is the assignment for you people. You have to do by yourself and you have to send to me. Anyways, I had given the clear idea about this